40 సంవత్సరాల ముందు అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ సర్వీస్ వాజ్ ద బెస్ట్ జాబ్ అవైలబుల్. దే ఆల్వేస్ హ్యాడ్ అప్రిసియేషన్ ఫర్ ది సర్వీస్ ఆఫీసర్స్. ప్రజల గురించి సేవ చేయాలంటే జాబ్ కూడా అప్రోప్రియేట్ ఉంటే ఇది బెస్ట్ కాంబినేషన్.
Sir, actually there is a film called 12th Class Pass in Bollywood. That film inspired many people.
That story is very inspiring.
I'm sure you didn't have all those facilities when we are reading.
For example, in Hyderabad we have an officer. Before getting into service, he used to prepare on the railway platform.
Were you not distracted, sir?
Distractions are always there for a
Every generation.
distracting mind.
I've seen these people who are preparing for civils very, very, very strongly. Like it's like yogi doing a tapas, going till there. Will they have a second chance again?
This year I read about 14 lakh applied.
Oh my God.
The final selection for about 20 civil services will be around 900.
Hello, sir.
Good
IAS
evening.
Ajaya Mishra, sir. Welcome to our show.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to Anantha TV Dragon Talk Show. మాకు చాలా చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉంది మీలాంటి పెద్దవాళ్ళు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి టైం తీసుకొని ఇంటర్వ్యూ కోసం వచ్చినందుకు. అండ్ ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ వీ వాంటెడ్ టు టేక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ ఫర్ అవర్ ఆడియన్స్ అండ్ టెల్ దెమ్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ విచ్ దే డోంట్ నో.
Thank you to Anantha TV for giving me this opportunity. నా సొంత ఊరు యూపీలో ఉంది.
ఓకే.
సో ఫస్ట్ 20 years యూపీలో ఉన్నాం అప్ టు గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ కాన్పూర్ జిల్లాలో. గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ తర్వాత ఢిల్లీ నుంచి పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ ఎంఫిల్ జవహర్లాల్ నెహ్రూ యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి కంప్లీట్ చేసాం 1980 to 1984 వరకు. 1984 తర్వాత అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ సర్వీస్లో ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ వచ్చాం. చాలా డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్లో పనిచేసాం.
ఓకే.
99లో కొసోవో యూరోప్లో యునైటెడ్ నేషన్స్లో కూడా పనిచేసాం. 2005 తర్వాత వచ్చాం ఇక్కడ ఆఫ్టర్ 6 years. అప్పటి నుంచి తెలంగాణ ఆంధ్ర గవర్నమెంట్ మొదటి, ఆ తర్వాత తెలంగాణ గవర్నమెంట్లో డిఫరెంట్ అసైన్మెంట్స్. నా లాస్ట్ అసైన్మెంట్ ఎనర్జీ స్పెషల్ చీఫ్ సెక్రటరీ తెలంగాణకి. లాస్ట్ 4 years నుంచి అడ్వైజరీ స్పీకింగ్ ఆన్ రెన్యూవబుల్ ఎనర్జీ, ముఖ్యంగా రెడ్ క్రాస్ సొసైటీ తెలంగాణ చాప్టర్ చైర్మన్ పనిచేస్తున్నాం.
ఓకే. యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ వాజ్ నర్వస్ స్పీకింగ్ టు బిగ్గర్ పర్సన్ లైక్ యూ బికాస్ అందరికీ కూడా చదువుకునే వాళ్ళకి ఈ పొజిషన్కి రీచ్ అవ్వాలని అనుకుంటారు. దిస్ ఇస్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్ పొజిషన్. సో నాకు అందుకే ఐ డెంట్ నో హౌ షుడ్ ఐ ఆస్క్. సో ఐ డైరెక్ట్లీ బంప్డ్ ఇన్ టు ఆస్కింగ్ యూ వే వర్ యూ బోర్న్. ఐఎమ్ సారీ ఫర్ దట్.
నాట్ అట్ ఆల్.
Yeah. Thank you for understanding, sir. Out of due respect. Sir, the main thing is, inni professions unnaduga, may I know why did you choose to become this, and when was your first thought to choose this profession?
40 సంవత్సరాల ముందు అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ సర్వీస్ వాజ్ ద బెస్ట్ జాబ్ అవైలబుల్ ఫస్ట్. ఇంకోటి న్యూస్ పేపర్లో చదివితే, ఎవరితో మాట్లాడితే, దే ఆల్వేస్ హ్యాడ్ అప్రిసియేషన్ ఫర్ ది సర్వీస్ ఆఫీసర్స్. సో అదే మోటివేషన్. గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్లో ఇంకా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంటే ప్రజల గురించి సేవ చేయాలంటే జాబ్ కూడా అప్రోప్రియేట్ ఉంటే ఇది బెస్ట్ కాంబినేషన్.
ఎస్, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడోసారి మనకి ఏదైనా ఒక ట్రిగ్గర్ పాయింట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను పలానా అవ్వాలని జనరల్గా అనుకుంటారు. సో మీకు కూడా డెఫినెట్గా లైఫ్లో ఏదో ఒక పాయింట్లో నేను జెన్యున్గా విత్ ప్యూర్ హార్ట్ నేను సర్వీస్ టు పీపుల్ నేను చేయాలి అని అనుకున్న ఇన్సిడెంట్, వాట్ ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ యూ టు చూస్ దిస్ ప్రొఫెషన్? డిడ్ యూ సీ ఎనీ వెరీ హార్ష్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ విచ్?
No. I will not say. It was a normal course.
Okay.
That I was told good things about the service. My father was a professor. He knew 1 or 2 senior officers, his friends. So with them I came to know about service and got motivated, prepared for it, and was lucky to get it.
So actually, there is a film called 12th Class Pass in Bollywood. I think so many,
Correct.
yeah, IAS, IPS, చాలా మంది aspirants చూస్తుంటారు మూవీ. And such an inspiring film. Apart from all the commercial films అన్ని కాకుండా, that film inspired many people. అది ఒక ట్రూ బేస్ స్టోరీ మీద తీసుకున్నారని ఐ బిలీవ్ దట్. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇంత ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఉండి చాలామంది, రీసెంట్గా వన్ ఆఫ్ మై ఫ్రెండ్ వాజ్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ ఫర్ సివిల్స్, నేను బిర్లా ఆడిటోరియం దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే అక్కడ లైబ్రరీలో దే హ్యావ్ అ నెట్ కనెక్షన్, చదువుకోవడానికి చక్కగా ఒక సైలెన్స్ ఉంది, సిస్టమ్ ఉంది, ఒక లైబ్రరీ కార్డు ఉంది. ఐఎమ్ షూర్ యూ డింట్ హ్యావ్ ఆల్ దోస్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ వెన్ వీఆర్ రీడింగ్. సో మే నో అండ్ అండర్ వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అంటే ఎంత ఇబ్బందుల్లో మీరు హౌ డిడ్ యూ ఫినిష్ దట్ కోర్స్ అండ్ గెట్ టు యువర్ అచీవ్మెంట్ పాయింట్?
See, 12th class fail movie I have seen. I was lucky to see. Normally I don't see movies as a regular way. That story is very inspiring.
Yes, sir.
But I can also tell that many years, few candidates of similar background with similar very high level of motivation, hard work, also get into the services, administrative service. For example, in Hyderabad, we have an officer. Before getting into service, he used to prepare on the railway platform.
Oh my God.
See, I'm just telling you, see. Initially, he got through some job in the subordinate railway department as a subordinate this thing, and later he made it to the top service, if I can call it. I will not guess number game, but 2, 3, 4, 5 every year are from such backgrounds, and it is very appreciable.
True, sir.
And most of them continue their passion to work for the less privileged, the poorer sections throughout their life. That is another positive thing which happens with many, because they have seen life from a different angle, which many of us who are privileged do not get that exposure. My upbringing was slightly better. It was not a rich background financially. My father was a professor, so...
May I know what's your father's profession?
He was
He's
a professor.
Professor, I'm sorry, yeah.
So, professor, we are not deprived of anything, but we don't have anything in abundance.
True.
But
Not more, not less.
But then academic guidance is always there, either through my father or his colleagues. So I did not have any kind of that exposure or experience. It was only preparing in a better way, learning from the colleagues who were appearing a few years before me. Because in Delhi University or JNU, there are a number of candidates who are appearing. So you get to know without being in a coaching center, many things. So all that helped me.
Were you not distracted, sir? Because today in this Gen Z generation or internet generation, there are so many distractions. It starts from the mobile and many things. So what I feel is people are so very focused. They're very focused during those times when people like you who are actually studying and coming with lot of hardship and all. Do you have any source of distraction compared to this generation during the time when you're studying?
Distractions are always there for
Every generation.
Distracting mind.
Very, very nicely said.
Today it is available to you, the equipments in your hand.
True.
Earlier they were social.
Yeah.
Because the competition has always been tough. A few lakh appear for few hundred posts. But then few interviews which I have read over last few years of the successful candidates, they consciously limit their social media,
Social circle.
Social media timing also.
Okay.
As a very disciplined way for 1 or 2 hours per day, not more.
Then how do they get this complaints and all? Like I've seen like previous politicians like so many, like KTR now, Nara Lokesh Garu, and so many people are getting complaints instantly through social media platforms like Twitter and all, and they're reacting very fast.
No. I was referring to the preparation stage for the candidates.
Okay.
So see,
Our conversation is in the starting stage. Yeah.
So the successful candidates, some of them whose interviews we have read, they limit their social media timings to 1 or 2 hours per day. They will not answer your calls from morning till evening anytime or reply to your messages. They will reply to your calls, reply to the important messages during those 1 or 2 hours.
My doubt
Rest
is,
of the time they will focus on this thing.
My doubt is, sir, I've seen these people who are preparing for civils very, very, very strongly. Like it's like yogi doing a tapas, like rishis and all. So after being so much involved for months and months, years and years, I'm sure they're going to get disappointed if they are not going to reach to the point where they're supposed to. Can you tell me, I think you've seen so many people, can you tell me how did they handle this kind of, that kind of failure and not going till there? Will they have a second chance again? Because I don't know how many chances will people like this, them will be having.
First of all, rejection rate or the non-success rate is very high for these services. This year, I read about 14 lakh applied.
Oh my God.
More than 13 lakh.
This year, sir?
This year.
Okay.
Out of that, the final selection for about 20 civil services of different nature will be around 900.
Oh my God.
So it is a question of not that you have not prepared well. It is a competition. If 900 students have prepared better than you or their performance was better than you, they get it.
True, sir.
You are not bad necessarily because if you have not got it. But then most of the students should have some alternate career in mind while they are pursuing this. It's a very difficult thing to say because at one level you have to be totally focused to get success.
How much period of time, sir, is it?
So normally the earliest entry is at 22 years of age and I think 31 years age for the general category, and relaxation of age is there for the different reserved categories.
Okay.
And attempts are from 3, 4 to 6 for different category of students. So it's not that you make it or you don't make it once. So minimum 3 attempts are there for everyone. But competition is because of the number game.
True, sir. Then 14 is too much, it's actually. Sir, one more doubt I have is every small organizations, like including very small offices, also have politics. If you leave two people in one room, there'll be some kind of political stuff going on. And for example, if you take an office, they'll be like, they'll be ruling and they'll be saying we have the authority from the higher officials and all. You being the lead representative of the state, even you'll be facing such kind of pressures from this thing, where your ideology must be contradictory to what rule you're getting from the outside. How do you used to face those such kind of challenges?
It is a mindset to perceive it as a challenge or to perceive it as a request. And when I say this, I say it with my experience and experience of few others also. I can't say for everyone because every individual is different.
And every time accepting that is very hard.
No, that's what I'm thinking. When you are in a decision-making responsibility, requests will come to you for different kinds of decisions. So one has to take a professional approach. Professional approach means go by the act, rule position, precedents, etc. So if you adopt that approach, then you don't see it as a challenge. You see it as solving a request of someone. It can be genuine, it can be non-genuine, it can be without vested interest, it could be with vested interest. All those plus minus will be there. It could be from a powerful person, within quotes, it could be from an ordinary person who doesn't have any access to power. So if one goes on the merits of the request, then things are much easier to handle because acts, rules, procedures, precedents are all there.
May I know from how many years you were there in the service, sir?
36.
36, oh my God, great. You used to receive a lot of respect from the external people and all. How were you able to have that mental balance by staying yourself on the ground? Because you're so grounded, that is the reason I'm able to talk to you and ask you anything. And really thanks for that. So I just wanted to convey my audience, like, what make you think so stable to the ground and maintain this kind of stability?
I think many officers maintain that. I'm not the only one. First thing,
okay.
I'll qualify. Second, how to put it? See, at one point, because of whatever preparation, performance on the date, and luck. I would call that, because when the competition is that much, you miss by a very small margin. One should not start thinking that one has become superhuman, first thing. Because ultimately we are all human beings and we have to treat the other person as a human being.
True.
If we have that kind of a mindset, then just because if some activity I am better than others, that doesn't mean that he is not good. He will be having his own qualities, he will be having his own achievements. He may be also contributing to society maybe in a better way than I am able to do.
True.
So that relative thing, and being a student of philosophy, the relativity and the existence of beings, whatever we read and we understand, I think that also gives a different perspective to life and other people.
Actually, I'm a big fan of the subject called philosophy, and nice context you brought it now. So parallelly, did you learn philosophy, sir, or did you finish your course before?
Philosophy was one of my subjects in graduation.
Okay.
So and then now it's only one. And that time there used to be 2 elective subjects.
Okay.
So one of them was philosophy, one was politics, which was my subject in post-graduation.
Okay. So were you taught Stoicism during that?
I don't remember much about it, except the word and its meaning. One can guess, but not.
What is the best part I like in philosophy is being stoic.
Yes.
Whatever the situations and the pressures we get, we have to be stoic. Is a very hardest thing for common people to participate. Did you face any kind of challenge where you have to be stoic and strong? Can you explain any your personal situation if you're comfortable?
Not to overreact, I'll put it in those terms, and not to underreact, and keeping your balance of mind in tough situations. Such situations have been many. Not one. What we are shown in movies many times, that the lead actor or the hero, he responds immediately by verbal assault or
physical action.
Physical action. That is mainly in movies. That should be realized.
Okay.
So then you can have overall stoic reaction to many extreme situations.
Stable, safe reaction for everyone.
Stable.
Yeah. So that is maintaining that cool mindset actually gives the right the right judgment to what we wanted to do. Correct. For our people actually. So one doubt I have, sir, actually any profession who deal with so much of public information, it might be doctors, it might be police, it might be lawyers. So gathering so much information in the mind, how are you able to sleep happily during the night time, closing your eyes and pushing away all those thoughts that is professional, this is my personal, I have to be peaceful, which is very hard for nowadays people to maintain that stable balance. So can you tell me how you used to push your this thing?
I say 90% of this changeover used to happen when I was traveling or going from my office to house and vice versa in the morning.
May I know, sir, from home to office, office to home?
Yes, yes.
So how do you switch on and switch off, sir, before going to the war zone and coming back to the home zone?
No. First thing, it should not be taken as a war zone.
Exactly. I was expecting this answer. Thank you.
See, if you think of it as a war zone, then you are more stressed. See, it's not a war zone.
Responsible zone.
No. I'll not agree with that. See, the kind of training which we get, the kind of exposure we get before holding a responsible position, that is for 2 years. Theoretical, that means classroom training, plus practical as a shadow or assistant of officers in the state at different levels, districts and all that.
Can you please elaborate these 2 terms for our common audience?
For example, after selection, we have 8 to 9 months of classroom teaching.
Okay.
Of different aspects of administration, different kinds of situations which we are likely to face in our jobs. Then about 1 year we spend in the state, in the districts, even up to village level. We stay in the remote villages for 1 week, 10 days as a part of our training.
So you keep shifting, sir?
Yes.
Okay. We keep almost the year?
Yes.
Okay. Why is it so? To gain different kinds of challenges?
To gain different kinds of exposure.
Okay.
See, for example, that things may vary. See, For 2 weeks, we are required to be in a village, live in the village, observe what is happening from the administrative point of view, plus
No other
social
circumstances.
Yes. After that, at Mandal headquarters, I think about 2 months, and they are not the Mandal headquarters of the urban most of the time. Then at the division level, district level, different departments, attachments, secretariat attachment for 4 weeks. Then it is followed by another 4 months of classroom exposure, where our experiences, what we have gained during the year, with the theoretical knowledge taught for 8 months, that interaction takes place. So maturity keeps on increasing, I'll put it. May not be full. This plus we are all born and we live our first 20-25 years before getting into service in the society. So there also we observe whether we become officers or not. So combination of all this, and then wherever we are, we have some seniors who are always guiding us. In case there is some problem, we always go to them.
Okay.
Like any field. So that guidance, and gradually.
Like as you said, sir, you used to consult your seniors during your service time and all. Is this the same thing happening with the aspirants because you're a senior and retired? Do the aspirants come and take suggestions from you, or they meet you in person and do they take any kind of affirmations from you?
Now, much of it is on phone also.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Phone consultation.
So the time is minimized or saved.
True.
The traveling time is saved, but some still goes on.
Okay. So coming back to this 1 year period of different regions where you are shifting, I'm sure you are not going to take your family along with you because it will be hard for them to shift, even
Yes,
your children. Yeah. So I think you used to be in a very detached state during that 1 year time, if I'm not wrong.
Personal, my case, I was not married at that time.
Oh, okay.
I got married after 4 years of service.
Okay.
So I didn't have to face, but then normally when we are posted to one district, then we go to the different villages or mandals of that district. So we have a residential accommodation in the headquarters of the district. From there we keep on moving for 2 weeks. If I'm in a village, say my wife will be in the city house, whatever accommodation which is there. So
They'll be safe and all.
Yeah, yes, that's safe. Telangana and many parts of our state, not many, all the parts of our state are safe. We have not heard any untoward incident on that count.
Sir, you being in the very top angle, watching all these circumstances, situations, problems and all, how were you able to judge or identify a person if he's not doing the right work? My meaning is, what I mean to say is, if 100 people are working, I'm sure only 80% of the people will be very correct and 20% will be just moving around here and there. They just pretend to act. They act as if they are working. So I'm sure senior people like you will easily pick it out. Is there any kind of case like that with the people surrounding you, or everyone used to be on the same shoes?
No. All people, all staff, all colleagues are not the same anywhere.
Okay.
Some are better equipped, some perform better. And I think it's not only in our service, in all the fields it applies. There are some quantitative indicators for any staff wherever they are working. Some are subjective. So naturally, if the quantitative parameters are good of performance of any activity which is there in the department, that is, the relative subjective thing will be for the staff which is not working up to the mark, whatever are the parameters there.
Sir, actually, is there any disappointing factor for you from the previous experience? Like you might face some kind of pressures from the upper this thing and all, or comparatively after the 4 years of your retirement, do you feel like this thing have to be changed, this is not right? Is there any aspect like that which you feel personally?
It will be unrealistic to expect that one department or few departments which we hold for 1-2 years at a time will be able to change total society. See, first thing. Second link thing is we all perform our best in whatever role which is given to us. And when we leave that department, something more was to be done. We realized that work is continued by our successor, and improvements are always required more because society's demands, aspirations are growing, rightly so. So, if for example, a simple house was aspiration for many people 40 years back, today the house appliances are also aspirations of the people, not the four walls.
Yeah. True.
So that has to be taken care.
Nice, sir. What I was wondering is, you were very positive from the beginning of the conversation. You were not even complaining, this is not there, that is not there. And now today I'm retired, so I wanted to explain this to the government, to the bigger officials. You were very positive and very smiling throughout. So what is your philosophy behind this kind of mindset and very peaceful attitude? Non-complaining, which so many people have to learn from you, people like you.
If I become angry, if I become negative, whom am I harming? Myself first.
Yes, exactly. True.
So, if someone has told me early, or I have realized through conversation with someone, why first I should harm myself?
Okay.
See, by being negative, by complaining, other fellow can also be harmed.
Were you the same cool person during the service time, sir? Apart from all this?
99%.
99%. Great. Very great.
And many officers are with the same temperament. So I will not say that to say I was the only one. No, many. Few may be short-tempered, or they may exhibit short temper with a view to better performance.
They take instant decisions by removing away people on the spot or charging them punishment and all. So that is the reason I'm asking you. What we see in movies, actually, as per what we see in movies.
One should not go by movies. Movies dramatize maybe few incidents which have happened as a general phenomena. Very few people are in very few situations in real life get the same treatment, and sometimes it may be error of judgment, but many times when that kind of scene happens, it is on the basis of much information which has been there with the decision-making officer.
Nice, sir. Sir, actually, may I know in what form are you still in this, public service after the retirement? Or as of now, are you in a relaxing state, or are you still into something?
Last 4 years, I'm not working for any government institution or a private institution, first thing. But then, I'll also say I'm not idle. I am devoting my time to basically two interests which I developed. My last posting was energy.
Sorry, sir?
Energy.
Okay.
Power. So, in the energy is a very vast subject.
True, sir.
Somehow, I developed interest in renewable energy.
What is it, sir?
Renewable energy.
Okay.
Solar energy, wind energy, those kind, as against thermal plants, hydro plants, etc. So, I spend my time reading and speaking on that subject.
Okay.
On different occasions, conferences, not only in Hyderabad but outside also.
So, is it only scientifically or spiritually also?
No, not. I'm saying renewable energy as a form of energy on the policy, general, social, not the technical aspects of renewable energy.
So, what we know is actually about the spiritual energies only a little bit.
No.
So, this renewable energy is a new term for me. Yeah.
Not spiritual energy.
Okay.
So, that is my one engagement. Presently, for last 2 years, I am in charge of the Red Cross Society.
Oh, nice.
That's a humanitarian work for the public, for the suffering people, generally in natural calamities or man-made calamities and health sector. So there I devote my time.
Okay. So what was your, may I know your favorite place like this posting in this place was very nice, experience with the people is very nice, the climate conditions or whatever, the best people. So sometimes nostalgia, we tend to miss our experience, like if I was in Rajasthan, it would be very nice. I had good memories in Punjab. So transferring to so many places in your service time, do you still miss any kind of memories in any place?
No, it's not a question of missing of memories, because 90% of the time I was in some district or capital of Andhra / Telangana, that is Hyderabad and the districts. I was lucky to be for 6 years in Europe also. And there was no intention to stay after that.
Okay.
And Delhi also I worked for 2.5 years. So that kind of negative or this thing is absolutely not there. It was a
So you are always surrounded by good people? Maybe.
Most of the time.
Because you have a good aura. That is the reason. Maybe you see all the people in a very nicer way.
Yes.
Yeah, nice, sir. I still have a lot of questions for you to ask in a very geopolitical this thing and all, but I think I have to work on more, because it was all of a sudden I was bumped into an interview meeting with a big person like you. And thank you so much for making me comfortable and speak to you, because we were very tense. Sir is coming. And with your humility and humble attitude, you make me sit like this and question you. Thank you so much for that. May I know what kind of best advices you can give to the aspirers who are coming right now?
See, the best advice, it's not advice. First thing, aspirants are, as I have mentioned, 14 lakhs per year. The same advice cannot be there for all.
True, sir.
My advice for the successful ones will be the apprehension which you had said, that they should not feel that they have become God. Or they have become superhuman. That is one. For the unsuccessful ones, it should be very clear that life is beyond these services also, and in a very positive way, in which one can contribute to society, one can prosper at individual family level also, both. So maybe 40 years back it was a different situation, but today, yes, this service gives much opportunity for alleviating the sufferings of people, the common man, the less privileged people. But there are other opportunities also if you don't get this. So try to have the passion in you, continue. That is more important, whether you get through or not.
True. Thank you so much for spending your time and coming here, sir. I hopefully like to have a second talk show with you again in our this thing, because there's a lot of information stored, and I need to prepare more informative questions for our audience while I ask, because politics and something are very deep in subject.
Yes.
And especially a bigger administration side is very, very tough. I already thanked you twice, and thanking you again from behalf of Anantha TV for making us feel so comfortable with you. We will memorize this forever. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.